4 big changes to Social Security by Congress. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, now if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time now, you know that I'm back on a regular basis talking about all the bills, packages, proposals, and amendments coming out of Congress to change Social Security in a really big way. Well, in this video, I do want to break down the 4 most common changes Congress is now talking about and that have the highest likelihood of actually happening. So let's get into it and talk about these 4 big changes and what it means for you and your monthly benefit. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course, anything showing up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward. And also remember, I am here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about the 4 most common changes Congress wants to implement to Social Security, and in my honest opinion, these ones probably have the highest probability of actually happening. So let's work our way through these one at a time. All right, so first off, we all know that Social Security has some major financial issues in front of us, right? We've been talking about this, we've been hearing about it. There's all kinds of articles and information popping up right now talking about the insolvency issues of Social Security in about 10 or so years, give or take maybe a little bit, but let's just call it 10 years, right? We do know that there's a bunch of issues there. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of other proposals out there to change Social Security, as in the way that the COLA is adjusted, the way that raises are implemented, raising benefits for beneficiaries, all kinds of other proposals like that. However, I do want to talk about 4 major changes to Social Security as far as what they want to do to shore up this program and make sure that there is not an insolvency type of issue. So those are the changes that I do want to talk about in this video. Now, of course, I can always make a dedicated video talking about all the different changes as far as how they want to raise benefits, and all kinds of other things like that. But again, there's a lot of different proposals out there. We know because we've been talking about many of them here over the last several years. All right, so let's talk through these one at a time here. Number 1, and again, I'm going to be working through these in no particular order at all, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like in hierarchy of like this one has the highest probability. These are just based on my opinions and what I'm finding out there as far as the most highest probability of actually happening. And again, I could be totally wrong. Maybe none of these happen. Maybe all of them happen to some degree, something like this, or maybe it's some kind of hybrid where, they're all kind of mixed together, something like that. But let's kind of talk through these because these are very important to understand, and ultimately it will impact Social Security and, of course, Social Security beneficiaries. All right, so number 1 would be raising the full retirement age to the age of 70. Have you heard about this one? Well, obviously you have, because I've talked about it here in dedicated videos over the last few months here. So this is something that they are talking about and something that they want to do. Now, as of right now, we do know that the maximum full retirement age is 67, right? So anybody born in 1960 or later, full retirement age is the age of 67. However, they're talking about potentially pushing that out all the way to the age of 70. In other words, for those people that are born, years after 1960, they might be pushing out the goalposts yet again, and the full retirement age would be the age of 70. Now, this has not gone into fruition yet. It has not changed, but this one has a high probability of actually happening. Now, remember, in 2022, that was the last adjustment to the full retirement age. But again, I would not be shocked one bit, considering life expectancies continue to increase. I would not be shocked at all to see this go up. Now, again, I would actually anticipate this one go up. I would actually anticipate this one to change and be pushed out yet again. Now, do they automatically go from 67 out to 70? Maybe not. Maybe they go out to 68, 69, and eventually get out to 70. I would not be shocked one bit, and I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this even go higher than the age of 70 as a full retirement age. But again, this is a major one that they are thinking about. They are talking about it. and it is a major consideration in Congress. All right, so that's number one. Number two is raising the maximum taxable earnings. Now, again, this one would mostly be affected by those higher income individuals. So right now in 2023, the maximum taxable earnings is $160,200. So in other words, for all of the income that somebody has throughout the entire course of 2023, all income up to $160,200 is going to be taxable by Social Security, okay? So this is what it comes down to. And like I said, this is mostly going to impact higher income individuals more, but this is also something that they've talked about and something that they want to implement as well, okay? So this is just something that they're thinking about. Now, again, this is, as of right now in 2023, the cap is $160,200. However, they've talked about raising that income level significantly. I've seen a few proposals coming out where they want to raise it up to $400,000, and some instances they want to raise it up to $250,000. Either way, it would mostly be impacting those higher income people. So I don't think this is going to impact a lot of lower income people or, Social Security beneficiaries for the most part. But again, this is going to be something that we need to watch because ultimately that means a lot more tax revenues coming to Social Security if they were to actually do something like this. So I'll keep you posted on that. Again, I would not be shocked one bit at all to see them raise that up significantly. But I do think raising the full retirement age probably has even a higher likelihood than probably raising the taxes. But I think they could probably easily do both of them, and I would not be shocked one bit at all. All right, so that's number two. Number three is eliminating the opportunity to claim benefits prior to your full retirement age. Now, yes, this is a real thing. They've talked about it, and I want to talk you through the details really quickly here. Now, again, I do have a dedicated video here on the channel talking about this one, and I talked about the details, exactly what they want to do here. But as we all know, you can start claiming benefits as early as the age of 62, right? So as soon as you turn 62, if you want to, you could start claiming Social Security benefits. However, like I said a minute ago, with life expectancies that are continuously rising, they're looking at it thinking, way back in the day, 80 some years ago when Social Security was brought in, the life expectancies at that time were way less than what they are today, which, by the way, life expectancies right now are between 84 and 86. That's a nice number, right? That's a pretty nice life expectancy considering way back like 87, 88 years ago when Social Security was first founded and brought in. The thing back then was the life expectancies were in the mid 60s. So life expectancies have gone up by about 20 years in that amount of time. Not bad, right? So as a result of that, they're thinking this provision where people are allowed to start claiming Social Security prior to their full retirement age as early as the age of 62. Again, these are not my words, but this is what they're talking about. They're thinking this is significantly out of date because life expectancies are so long that this is, allowing people to draw on Social Security for like 20 plus years in some instances, right? So they're thinking, wait, Social Security was not supposed to be around for this. Social Security, essentially, when it was started, was basically paying out benefits for just the last couple of years of somebody's life. Maybe in some instances, right? Well, now we're seeing Social Security paid out for decades in some instances. So, again, these are not my proposals. This is just what they are talking about. So that is number three. And again, I can always make dedicated videos talking about each individual of these programs and proposals. If you'd like me to, just let me know down below in the comment section. But I kind of want to buzz through these relatively quickly here so we can all kind of get an idea of what they're thinking. All right, so number four is Social Security freezes, benefit freezes. Have you heard about this one? Yeah, it's a real thing. Now, here's the thing. We all do know that each and every year there is a cost of living adjustment. Just like this year in 2023, the cost of living adjustment being 8.7%. Well, this is expected to cause Social Security to pay out billions upon billions of dollars more in benefits because of the COLA. Well, something that they've talked about is implementing a Social Security benefit freeze. In other words, that's it. No more raises. Benefits just stay exactly as they are. A freeze on benefits, right? So that's exactly what they're talking about. Well, this one, in my honest opinion, I don't really know if this one would be implemented or not, but it is one of these things where they could say, it would not really, it wouldn't cause increases in taxes. It would not push out the full retirement age. It would literally just be a freeze. So this could be one of those topics right there where maybe it doesn't have a whole ton of support by anybody, but at the end of the day, this might be something that they all come together on as a concession, simply saying it's not a raise to taxes, it's not a raise to the full retirement age, nothing other than that, other than we're literally just freezing benefits. In other words, No more raises. That's it. Okay, now obviously none of these have actually been passed yet, but all of these are serious considerations between lawmakers because they know that this insolvency issue is a major one and they need to do something about it. So these are the 4 that I wanted to talk about. Now, don't get me wrong. There are way more than 4 out there. But these, in my honest opinion, are the ones that probably have the most traction. These are the ones that probably have the highest likelihood and probability of actually being passed and or some iteration of them. Now, maybe, like I said earlier, maybe it's some kind of hybrid. Maybe they raise taxes a little bit and also raise the full retirement age by a year or 2. Maybe they implement some type of, benefit freeze, or maybe they cap the annual raise or something like that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of these implemented and some kind of hybrid like that, where you see a couple of them and they might be a little bit of a kind of negotiation between all of these. So rather than just one full-fledged plan coming out saying all we're doing is raising the full retirement age to 70, I really wouldn't see something like that. Maybe they see something like a full retirement age increase to maybe 68, at the same time raising the cap on Social Security maximum taxable earnings to maybe say 190,000 or something like that. I'm just throwing out a number. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see some kind of combination like that at all. So this is what they're talking about. And remember, it is all in an effort to make sure that Social Security remains solvent for many more decades to come. Because as of right now, if Social Security does become insolvent in about 10 years, guess what? As of the last report out of the Social Security Board of Trustees, we're looking at a 23% reduction to benefits. Not like a gradual reduction, but boom, an instant reduction to benefits by 23% is what they're suggesting when this would actually happen. That'd be a major kind of hit for a lot of people. That would not be a good situation, right? So anyway, we want to see benefits going up, not going down in a huge way, right? Kind of funny how that is. Anybody else notice that too? Benefits go up very slowly, and then all of a sudden when they talk about cutting them, they're going to go down like 23% with the snap of a finger. I mean, seriously? How long has it taken for benefits to go up by 23%? Well, it's taken a long time. About 21 years is how long it's been taken for that. So just saying, but again, I want to point this out for you so we can all be on the same page and understand what is Congress talking about and what are they actually suggesting as far as implementing to change Social Security. Either way, please leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. If you'd like me to come in and make dedicated videos about any of these topics, I can absolutely do that for you to describe them in a lot more detail, but these are the 4 that are out there. And like I said, I think have probably the highest probability of actually happening, but nothing has actually been changed yet. But I wouldn't be shocked one bit to see these come in sometime soon because Congress knows they've got to get something done. Anyway, please subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward, and so I can keep you updated with everything going on right now when it comes down to the low income, the fixed income, money, benefits, programs, anything else like that. I can keep you posted with all that going on. So subscribe down below, totally free to do so. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, have a good one, and I hope this one helps you. And I'll catch you again later in the next video.